Anyone who has lived in or around Gaston County knows that one of the most amazing parts of our community is our network of human service providers, people who care about others and strive to help them. We have over 700 houses of worship and over 500 nonprofits in this community. That's amazing. That abundance of providers has created a really fragmented delivery system. It can be sometimes a little frustrating for people to navigate that system, and it's frustrating sometimes for human service providers who have very narrow missions that they have under which they have to operate, and they find themselves frustrated. And just likewise, the people who need the benevolent help or the human service can be frustrated because of this fragmented way of getting. There's no central way to get to a single provider. And of course that leads to fatigue. It causes people to just not reach out sometimes when they need to. It fatigues donors who are sometimes confused by who does what and when they do it and how they do it. So we at the Faith Network took a look at this and began working closely with some of our local foundations, our hospitals, our businesses, and of course our faith community in general. And we stopped and we just put the red light on and did some assessment, worked together, and we've looked at this and thought, there's probably a way that we can help through the faith community and through our service organizations like Rotary and Optimist and clubs like that in cohort, through the power of collaboration. And the important thing for us as a community is to take a look at where our benevolence dollars are being spent and where our human service dollars are going, and not just give people a fish when they're hungry, as the old proverb says, but to begin teaching people to fish, to help people, support people in their efforts to meet their own needs, to solve problems and not just treat symptoms. And I share in this presentation a beautiful painting from Becky Ryan, an artist here in Gaston County, who received some support services. Becky has some special needs. She has received the integrated support services that she needs. She contributes to the community. She's a wonderful artist. She's a homeowner, and she needed some support structure, some case oversight to help that happen. And it's a proud thing. So with that in mind, realizing the fragmentation, realizing the opportunity, realizing the frustration sometimes that people feel, and the fatigue of donors and volunteers and executive directors of nonprofits, the Faith Network has created a resource connection center. It's a simple system whereby people who have benevolent or human needs can be referred. Simple matter of answering 4 questions about that person, so we get their name, their phone number, and what their immediate need is, the presenting need, and then we vet that. A professional, trained person will vet that need, and then walk alongside the person as they begin to connect with the right benevolence agencies. Hopefully we can send people to DSS and to CAM and to the health department and those places more well prepared with the documentation they need. Not only is the need vetted, the need is documented. So if there are people who may be abusing the system, as it were, that begins to surface, and we see that. And then a component that has folded in that is really unique and powerful is every person who is referred to the Resource Connection Center by a church or by a church staff or by a medical worker or by a friend or anybody. When the referral comes in, not only is this person called and the need vetted and some support given, we offer them the opportunity to sit down with a trained, licensed professional counselor who will assess their need and will begin to do more than just treat the symptoms, but will treat the cause. And if they need work, we can provide case oversight to help them find work, to improve their job skills, to enroll in programs like Keeping Families Intact or Jobs for Life or Goodwill of the Southern Piedmont. There are all kinds of programs out there to help, but people need some support to get there. And the Resource Connection Center provides that. Resource Connection Center is easy to get involved with. We send you a link. We explain to you how it works, and you begin referring people. If you're pastoring a church, if you're working in a church office, if you're working with a benevolence committee in your church or on your nonprofit that you work with, your civic club, very easy. Someone needs help. Rather than just giving them a gift card, you can now offer them some real integrated support services. So if you're interested in knowing more about how to plug in, how to get involved, then I would just ask you to text the letters RCC, Resource Connection Center. Just text RCC to 704-860-2957. 704-860-2957. Text RCC. I'll get back in touch with you. One of our volunteers will get back in touch with you, and we'll get you plugged in if you want to involve your church or your civic group or to make a referral. So text us at 704-860-2957. Just text the letters RCC.